I think, we should kick off this week congratulating your mother on writing another episode of House of the Dragon. Sarah Hess.
Thank you. Yep. Yeah, one day we'll call her and get her on the pod.
Yeah, in the finale. We'll get some exclusives.
See if we can get her thoughts on what she was thinking and why she did what she did.
Yeah, but why didn't she, roar at them, huh? Can you give us more insight on that?
The princess has a dragon, you dumb cunt.
Yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
But, what did you think of this episode?
I really liked it. Nick was texting me earlier. He asked me, and I said I really liked it. I know it was a lot of politics and a lot of trying to get people to join your team. I know there's a word for that.
Recruiting?
I said it earlier.
Recruiting?
Kind of recruiting. It's not the word I was thinking of or the one I said earlier, but yeah, for the most part, I mean, I could see why people might have thought this was a slow episode, but I feel like we had to have this to get where we want to be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
I mean, people were saying it was slow a little bit. I really enjoyed the Aemond and Kristen Cole walking around trying to find Aegon and shit. That was pretty fun. I kind of like them just walking around and shit.
Sure, I thought it was pretty gnarly. The 10-year-olds fighting and shit.
Yeah,
that's pretty nutty.
I got a feeling that might be what Nick was talking about when he was like, I don't know if they're going to put this on TV and blah blah blah. Because that was one of Aegon's kids down there too, the little blonde boy they showed and whatnot.
Yeah.
Is that his only kid there, or does he have all his own kids fight each other?
No, I think he's just a rapey boy.
Oh, so he just has a few there. And that's it.
I think. I mean, that's the way I took it.
Oh, okay.
I mean, Nick would probably know that maybe from reading the books.
Nick, comment down below. Are those all Nick. His kids, or is it just a couple? But it was pretty gnarly with those kids. They said they sharpened their nails and grinded their teeth down. Yeah, filed the teeth down and shit. God damn! So they're just like little tiny. They look like little vampires or something down there.
And they said 10-year-olds.
Yeah, he's like, what are the ages down here? And he's like, about 10. Fuck.
I was like, wow, that's pretty gnarly.
That is gnarly. But I do gotta say, if there was a thing they're like, yo, in this neighborhood, we have 10-year-olds fight each other every night for money and shit, eventually you might go, check it out. If it's a common thing in your area, in that time period, I think you might check it out.
Maybe in that time. But nowadays, as I've been born, no, I don't think I'm checking out 10-year-olds scratching and fighting each other.
What if it's the kids that were knocking on your door and they're going to fight each other to the death? What about them?
I mean, I guess, maybe, but I would rather do other things to them, but,
Oh, yeah, other things to them, huh?
I'm a snake.
Interesting. Speaking of snakes, though, we kind of got a hint that Corlys might be alive.
Yeah, I mean,
it was pretty vague again, just like last week. But they were like something about him abandoning her, and then or him being sick, and then
been gone for 6 years.
But it's interesting. I wonder if we will see him again, or if they're just saving all this for his show. Like maybe his show will be him growing into the Corlys we know, and then it'll be what happened in these years of him missing.
Maybe he'll come back with. What is it, Lenore? The gay guy. His gay son.
He'll meet his son halfway fucking through. That's a good idea.
Yeah, and then
what if Corlys becomes gay? Because
back.
this is Game of Thrones. What if Corlys becomes gay in his journey? All this shit happens. He ends up meeting his son, head shaved. He's older. They don't know. He fucks his son.
No.
It's Game of Thrones. We see all kinds of weird shit. Never seen anything like that.
It's House of the Dragon.
Yeah, same thing. But we even got fucking what Laura's jerking off to feet this episode.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah, that was wild.
Well, it was interesting because she sits down, whatever she's talking, and then I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, why is she just sitting here? And then it looked like she had a tattoo on her ankle. I'm like,
yeah, I thought so too.
I'm like, there's no way. I don't think they had tattoos back then. And then she pulls her stockings off, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, why is this in the fucking show? I'm like,
and then he slips his hand down his pants and
at the fucking end, he starts wanking his willy like a dingleberry boy. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, that was me?
So. I never thought in a million years watching this show I was just gonna watch someone jerk off to feet. Yeah. It's so bizarre.
And here's the deal, okay? I get it. Whatever. He supposedly has a foot fetish.
Yeah.
But listen. Okay, if I'm killing Sir Harwin and like his dad and pulling all those strings,
oh yeah, more than feet.
I'm getting more
than feet. Yeah. No, yeah. Going in that room.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I'm getting more than just looking at feet, touching the old
or
feet.
Or at least, why would, I mean, she could jerk him off with her feet. Something else than him just, I mean, clearly she doesn't enjoy it, but he's doing some dastardly things for her.
It's crazy.
Yeah. It is interesting. Like, I wonder, how do you think that started? Like, he gets a little information and he's like, can you take your socks off? I have some more information. And then she gets her socks off one day and he's like, I got a little more information for you. I'm going to touch my dick, okay?
Yeah, I don't know.
And she's like, all right, I'll face this way.
How that went down.
Like, how that went down. Like, I have no idea how to ever ask. Like, if I was into feet like that, how to ever ask someone, be like, yeah, can I jerk off? Like, I would have no idea to ask it. It would never happen.
I don't know either. But I feel like people, they're just going to be straightforward. So, because I was thinking about selling my feet pics on the internet.
I thought you were going to say last night you were going to try jerking off to feet.
No. Feet are not something for me.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I was like, you know what? I go, fuck it. I'm just gonna start taking pictures of my feet.
Yeah, I mean,
but here's the thing. I don't know where to go. You could do
an OnlyFans or a Patreon or something and just put in your feet pics. Then you gotta, advertise that on Twitter and whatnot. Someone would probably want your feet. Especially if you start doing some like weird shit with it, like stomp fruit with your feet or something. I bet someone would be into that or something.
Stomping fruit,
just something a little different. Some people would want.
Right. I guess I don't know.
Comment down below if you want to watch him stomp on fruit.
Does he think I'm a fart head?
Pretty bad.
So what else happened? It was interesting when is it Rhaenyra?
Or something like that.
Anyway, that guard or whatever was like, I can't stand this. This is what I was gonna get her away, and accidentally lost her in the crowd and all that, and then she just flew away on her dragon. What was his plan? Was he just gonna get her completely out of town, and then he just completely fucked up?
Yeah, I think that was the plan. They were trying to get he was trying to get her out of the city.
Oh, okay.
So she could.
That's what I thought at first, and then he fucked up so bad, and she made it there, and then she was on a dragon, and I was like, I don't know what his plan was.
But see, it totally made sense because whenever Alicent goes into the room where Helena and the two little kids are,
and she says there's a beast.
She's like, beware the beast below the boards. I'm like, what does that even fucking mean?
A lot of people thought, because they showed that in last week's trailer for this episode, a lot of people thought, because they edited it to show Aegon's kid, and it like there was like some shade on him, so it looked like he was beneath boards and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's funny that it was literally just a beast beneath everybody. It was just dragon down there.
Yeah. I didn't even know she had a dragon.
I did, because I've heard people talk about it on TikTok, and just because she mentioned to that dude, like, hey, if I could get to the dragon pit, I could get blah, blah, blah. Whatever her dragon's name is.
I guess I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I do remember him, because I remember him saying no, that they'll expect you to go there or something like that.
Yeah, but then everybody's going there, so it's a good plan regardless.
I guess I just didn't realize she had a dragon until this episode.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean, maybe I did, but I didn't really think about it.
The funny thing is I follow a few pages on Twitter that are all about House of the Dragon. And, I see these screenshots, and people are like, oh, that's fucking Varaxes, and that's...
Oh, yeah, the one with...
And it's like, how the fuck they all look the same? I mean, I know they don't, but, like, I don't even know the fucking... I mean, I know Vhagar, and I think that's it. I mean, I know some of the others, but I couldn't tell you right now off the top of my head. And I definitely can't fucking tell you just by looking at them. I can't be like, oh, yeah, that's fucking... Schling-a-ding-dong right there.
No, I can only tell based on like the scenes and shit, which I wouldn't know their names. I don't know any of their names really.
Yeah.
But depending, like you gotta take in the scenery and shit. But I do like that because like all of Dany's dragons were all practically the same size all the time.
Right.
I do like that these ones are all different sizes because that helps too. Like next episode there'll be a huge dragon chase. We'll know who's who because it'll be a small ass dragon and a giant ass dragon and shit like that. So at least they got different sizes.
The other guy.
The
other dragon.
And then Daemon's gonna do that, to help out Rhaenyra to help, because they'll have to fight everybody now. That'll be interesting.
Well, I mean that's his wife.
Yeah. No, I do like. I don't know if we talked about it last week, but I liked when that one dude, Corliss's brother, was saying all that shit. Damon kind of gives like a little glance over to Rhaenyra, and she like nods her head down, like, "Can I fuck some shit up?" And she's like, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." Yeah. I like them. I think they're a fun little couple, even though it's her uncle and whatnot.
Yeah, and two. So what, Rhaenyra or whatever her name is. I liked her this episode. I have not liked her up until now.
I liked her, and I liked some of Allison this episode too, surprisingly.
Yeah, well, Allison was like trying to be logical, and she's like, "We're not gonna fucking go murder." And that's the thing I wanted to touch on. We didn't even talk about it, but at the beginning of the episode, they're having like their little fucking staff meeting or whatever.
Kristen Cole.
Oh my god, is there anyone more annoying than him? In recent television history.
I don't think so, but literally, that's funny. While I was watching it last night, I was texting Nick, and I was like, "Fuck Kristen Cole, man, he is so annoying." Yeah,
he is. He's pretty annoying. And then, so he kills the one dude that's like, no way, like, this is not, I knew Viserys for fucking longer than any of you guys.
Yeah.
This is not what he wanted, which we know that. But in Allison's defense, he did tell her that.
Yeah, that's the fucked up part.
But she doesn't know that he thought it was Rhaenyra sitting at her bedside.
Yeah.
And then the leader of the Kingsguard.
Then that guy had to just leave.
Go to Dragonstone and murder them. And he's like, "Yeah, eat a dick. I'm not doing that.
I'm gonna go." Sorry about that.
Yeah, and so then Kristen Cole gets fucking anointed to, the leader of the Kingsguard, whatever, for Aegon. And dude, you know who he reminds me of? I'm gonna send you a picture.
Okay.
And this guy, what I'm gonna send you at this time, he has like black hair, but I mean, obviously Aegon doesn't have the black hair, but if Aegon had black hair, this would be this dude. It says it's delivered. Let's see.
Oh, the dude from
My Chemical Romance.
My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, Gerard Way. He reminds me of him. Every time I see him, I'm like, God damn, that's a fucking lead singer of My Chemical Romance with blonde fucking hair.
That's so funny. That would be so wild. Like Game of Thrones, they had Ed Sheeran, House of the Dragon.
Yeah. Well, because he kind of has like the black around his eyes, Aegon does and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, dude, I'm like, this fucking, it's Gerard Way.
Which,
just,
his storyline this episode too is very interesting. So he's going missing. Everybody has to go find him. He's hiding underneath the candles. And what was it? White Snake? Is that who gave him away? Is that her name?
No. Something. That's Damon's old whore.
Yeah.
White Worm.
White Worm, yeah.
Yeah, White Worm.
Because it reminded me of Grey Worm. I knew it reminded me of something from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, White Worm. Yeah, she pretty much gave him up for the bag of coin, which, I mean, I guess that suits her thing. I'm going to probably sound stupid, but where did those two guys come from that were looking for...
Okay, I'm glad you said that, because I was confused too, because Otto told those one fucks to go get him, and then all of a sudden at the kid fighting, there was these two, and she's like, "I'll take you to Aegon over here." So was this supposed to be them, and they just look so different out of their armor that we just didn't recognize them?
That's the only logical thing I can think of. Like I said, I'm sure I sound like an idiot.
No, I'm glad you brought that up, because I was wondering the same thing.
Don't make this into a TikTok, because... I mean, I guess we just look really stupid when you make TikToks, according to all the comments.
I guess,
fuck
maybe.
All of y'all. Fuck all of y'all. Fuck all of y'all. No, but yeah, I'm like sitting there. I'm like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah.
Because they show when he's meeting, when Otto's with White Worm, they're there, and they're clearly working for him, because he wanted to get Aemon before Kristen Cole and he wanted to get Aegon before Kristen Cole and Aemon got Aegon. Jesus Christ, this fucking names.
I know. So maybe these dudes are just...
Could you imagine writing this book? Could you imagine being George R.R. Martin?
No, I don't. No wonder it takes him... He doesn't want to finish the fucking Game of Thrones books, because he's like, fuck, I'm tired of writing this fucking shit.
Yeah, same names. And I'm just going to confuse people.
But
like, I almost ordered the book the other day, because I was like, well, I'm going to have time. But then I'm like, do I really want to read this? Because
but the book for this show will be more interesting than like Game of... I mean, I know Game of Thrones is interesting, but like easier to read and understand, I think, and because it's like hearsay. So you're like reading people's like they found like someone's diary and it talked about this. So like stuff like that. So it's less like conversations probably, and more just like someone reading a history book about Targaryens and whatnot.
Right.
So it would probably be easier to get through than something like Game of Thrones.
Can you text Nikolai Hobby Boolin.
Right now?
Yeah, right now, and see if he had to say like how many pages of the book we're through up to this point. How many pages of the book are we through? And what do you want to set an over under on this?
Oh, like take a guess? Okay.
Yeah, like I'm thinking like 150 to 175 or something like that. Maybe a little bit more.
God, I don't know. I feel like we're like just scratching the surface of the book, probably.
So you're thinking, less than 100 pages in? You think?
No, I don't know. I think maybe you're right. I think you might be on it. About 100 pages.
What did I say? Did I say? I think I said 150 to 175, didn't I?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna text him real quick. I think you might be close.
I mean, it's just interesting. I meant to ask him that earlier when I was texting him, when we were talking about it. I mean, obviously he's not going to know for certain, but if he had to guess, and he might not, he might be like, wow, I have fucking no idea. He might tell you to go and play with Noah's pee-pee.
He's like, hey, why don't you just shut the fuck up, okay?
Yeah. Want to shut up?
Okay, just stop asking me questions. I don't know.
He's like, I don't have time. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I watched the next on. Obviously, I'm super pumped for. It's just going to be such a letdown. It's just going to be such a letdown because we got to wait.
I know, we got to wait so fucking. I feel like they should have honestly planned a little better, and like had something else like this close to coming out when this is done. Even if it was like 4 or 5 months after.
Well, I was reading stuff online, and supposedly they did not expect this to be a big hit like at all. Really?
Oh, really?
That they were just expecting people to not want to watch it or watch it simply because of how season 8 went. So they and whether or not that's true or not, I don't know. But that seems to be what I have ran across. Maybe they're just opinion pieces or whatever, but. From what I read online, it shows that they weren't really expecting for like it to be this big of a show.
I mean, they probably didn't, but they had to expect a little bit of because for how much money they put into this, some kind of people to be on board. But still, because they spent like $30 million to make a pilot for the White Walker show, and then they completely scrapped that. No one will ever. Oh, hold on. Nick responded. Hold on. But no one will ever see that, and I don't even think George R.R. Martin has even seen that pilot. So maybe they, after that failing too, they were like, oh fuck, I don't know if people will be into Game of Thrones.
That would be interesting.
But let me see. He said it's hard to say because you don't even get to this story till like page 300. But this is just the beginning. I feel.
Yeah.
So there's probably.
Well,
that makes sense. There's probably a lot of backstory.
4 seasons.
Yeah.
They said it's. They came out and said it's going to take 4 seasons to whatever the Song and Dance or whatever the fuck it's called, Dance of the Dragons.
Dance of the Dragons.
Yeah. I just it's just crazy to me that all of this went down within like 12 hours of Viserys dying.
Yeah, so 12 hours after last episode.
Yeah, and nobody else in like Dragonstone. In any of the other lands around, knows.
Yeah, they don't even know yet.
And they've already anointed Aegon the next king.
Yeah.
So it's like, But see, I mean, and that's another reason I don't really want to read the book because
then like watching the show is so surprising.
Well, yeah, because it's like I just feel like it would take a lot of speculation out, and I feel like it would it's almost like, well, I mean, I know they're not going to follow it to a T.
Yeah, I think it will spoil a lot for you, but I still think the show will have plenty of surprises.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure.
I think reading the book will probably just like cut that in half. But still, I'm interested in the book only because like how long it's going to be till it's back again. I'm like, well, maybe I will read or listen to that.
And I
also
did see stuff that said it could be like late 2023. When it comes back.
I was wondering about that, if they could even shift things around and be like, because like we still haven't heard about Westworld season 5. What if they're like, hey, you guys hold on filming?
No one cares. Just tell them to shut it down. Just like, we're shutting down Westworld. Westworld sucked. We're doubling down on House of the Dragon. Let's fucking get this shit cranking.
No, but that's kind of what I was gonna say. What if like they like retool some things around to get this filming faster. I could see that happening for how popular it is.
As long as they don't rush it so the product is less.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it.
Make sure everything's written and good first and then rush it. Yeah, but that is the good. Like, if it will take longer to make it good, then I'd say take longer.
I wanted to say to the person who said to get a newer TV whenever we're talking about the Dark episode, I went out and bought a new TV and watched it, and it was still fucking dark.
Yeah, it's still pretty dark. I got a great TV in my room. I watched that episode. Still dark.
Yeah. Still dark. But yeah, basically, fuck you, buddy. So yeah, I got 20/20 vision. And it's still dark. Okay, it wasn't as dark as the fucking battle scene in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, well, it's because that looks better because it's not streaming in just 1080.
Maybe he should get like some Q-tips, clean out some earwax, and listen.
No, yeah, I had to respond to a couple people. Someone's like, "Did you guys pay attention to this part?" And I was like, "Did you pay attention to this TikTok? Because we talked about that in the TikTok."
Yeah, it's all good. I like doubling down. Fuck you, buddy. Fuck you.
You brought up the next on. I want to bring up before I forget. You get to see them a little bit at Dragonstone. You get to see that sweet Dragonstone like table. It's all glowing, like there's lava in it and shit. It's really cool. We got to see that place like abandoned in Game of Thrones. It's cool seeing it like work now.
Yeah.
I'm really excited to see more of that next episode.
Somebody paused it like right after that scene, and they showed one of the Targaryen boys, Jace or Jack or whatever the fucking, but he was like running towards his dragon.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and
they were like, "Oh, that's Milk Dud or whatever," and they're like, "I'm gonna be heartbroken over this scene or something." And I'm
I've heard about this. Is supposed to be
fuck. You fucking know all these. I mean, I guess you just read the books. But,
yeah, because it's
Jesus Christ.
I've heard about this a little bit. It's supposed to be like a huge, long chase scene. I think it's Aemond versus one of Rhaenyra's kids, probably the one that cut his eye out or something. And he's literally just like teasing him, chasing him through this fucking big ass storm or something. I don't know the details, but I know it's supposed to be like a brutal chase scene.
Aemond looks like a grown ass man. Okay?
Yeah,
and the Targaryen boys look like they're preteens.
It is interesting they're like them doing this because like in Game of Thrones we got Joffrey as king and like it looked like a legit child, and I get they're supposed to be older.
Yeah.
But it is just, he looks like he's way older.
And I'm not complaining. I mean, it is what it is. I know it's television. I mean, I'm just here to be entertained.
Yeah. We know there's no dragon, so like we can make believe a little bit.
But, I mean, honestly, to me, Aemond looks older than Aegon to me.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
So, I mean, I get it. I mean, that happens in life or whatever, where someone looks older than someone else their age and all that shit. But yeah, so I mean, I'm excited for next Sunday. Super pumped.
Yeah, I'm excited, but also scared because it's like, oh fuck, now it's gonna go away.
Yeah, what did you say? We're gonna watch La Bamba every week until the new season comes out.
That'd be cool. Watch La Bamba all the time.
The
La Bamba podcast. That'd be wild. No, I think it's out right when it ends, but White Lotus season 2 is what I suggested.
Speaking of that, are we done talking about House of the Drag?
I think so. I think we covered everything pretty much.
Okay, House of the Drag Queen. They should make a spinoff of that.
I'm surprised they haven't actually. With like,
I mean, maybe it's coming.
Maybe we'll have to do after shows for that too.
Yeah. But no. So I've watched 4 episodes of White Lotus.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And it's fine. I wouldn't say it's like amazeballs.
Oh yeah, it's just entertaining. By the end, it's
terrible.
Really good. But it's for the most part, every episode is just like entertaining.
But let me tell you something here, Bubba. Okay, I want to watch the show without the fucking stupid fucking Honolulu music constantly strumming in the goddamn background.
Oh, I knew you hate that.
Hearing people humming and hemming. And it's like we watched an episode yesterday, and I'm like, I swear to God, I'm about ready to just text Jerome and be like, I can't finish because of this fucking music that is constantly going in the background. It's like, it's okay to not have music constantly playing in the background.
No, I remember.
Like, it's
funny. Me and Taylor
like,
liked it, but
fucking me up. Like, I don't even want to finish. Holy smokes!
But season 2 will be different people in a different location, and so hopefully it'll be different music. But did you see that Christopher from The Sopranos?
No music.
But Christopher from The Sopranos is in it.
I did not see Maltasanti.
Yeah, he's one of the main dudes in it.
Wow. Yeah, I think it's just the Stifler's mom that's the only carryover.
Yeah, she has. Have you gotten to her like in that guy that she's like starts to date?
She just started dating. He just started.
He's in it. I don't know how many episodes he'll be in it, but he's also in it. But they're the only two that carry over, as far as I've seen from the trailer.
It's pretty interesting.
But I do like. I think once you get to the end, more crazy shit happens and it gets more wild. But like that, what?
Well, yeah, because I'm sitting here, I'm going. I have 2 episodes left. Like there's 5 and 6. Nothing has really happened. I mean. Armand is, fell off the wagon and he's like, eating the dude's ass.
Oh, yeah, because you did see that. Office. Yeah, that was a great scene.
Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
And then the dude walks in while he's eating the ass.
Yeah. And so I mean, it's like not a lot has happened. It's just a lot of like side stuff, like just little shit. So I don't know. I mean, like I say, it's not amazeballs. It's not terrible. Obviously, I have 2 more to go, so I mean, I'll have finished it by then. So.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. And then I have no clue what comes out after that for HBO and whatever. But
I don't know.
But we'll have to see.
I don't know. I was thinking there was a show that I was gonna bring to you. It's on Paramount Plus. It's called. I texted Nick about it. I can't remember it, but it's got Jeremy Renner in it.
Oh! I think I know what that's. Is it like that sheriff show he's in, or?
Hold on here, Mayor. It's called The Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah, I think Nick watched that. Did he say he watched it when you were texting?
Nick said he did not watch it. He said that Mima started it, and he said I believe he said she watched like a couple episodes and couldn't finish it.
Oh wow!
Because I guess she was expecting someone else other than Hawkeye to be the main star or something.
Oh, she was pissed that it was Hawkeye. She's like, I want fucking Captain America.
I've seen a few clips on like TikTok. It looks pretty damn good.
Oh, really?
So I mean, if I don't know what else is out there or whatever, but I don't know.
We might be busy watching La Bamba, so I don't know.
I mean, I'm down.
We could call it La podcast.
Yeah.
It's kind of long, but that works.
I think it would be smashing.
I don't remember what movie it was, but there's these guys that did a podcast, and they watched the same movie every week for their podcast for an entire year.
Yeah, see that there's no way I could do that.
Like imagine like this, just like the 6th time you do it, and you're like, "Fuck, we got to do this the rest of the year."
Well, I mean, at a certain point, you literally are just like, I don't even need to watch it anymore.
True, and at some point, you're probably just like doing a podcast. You're probably not even talking about the movie. Like toward like your 20th time watching it, is there really anything else to say about it?
I mean, after you watch it 20 times, you're not even halfway through a full year yet.
Yeah, fuck, that'd be wild.
I couldn't imagine.
Let me see here. We have 5 minutes if you're, or 6 minutes if you would like to try to find your water cup.
Let's see if we can find the Hess's water cup.
Yeah, go on a little journey to find Hess's water cup.
All right, let's see if we can find it. Let's open it up in here. I don't see it. Okay, that's great.
So where's the last place you remember drinking out of it?
Sitting in my recliner in the living room. Yeah. So I have not a clue where it might have gone. I don't know.
What kind of cup is it?
It's just my black Coyotes cup. It's like a 32-ounce cup. It's a big cup.
It sounds pretty hard to lose.
Well, that's why I like to drink water out of it, because I get a big load.
Big load.
I don't know where it would have gone.
Is it possible like you have it in your car or truck or something?
No. No, not at all.
Is it possible Abby used it at all?
She might have, because I don't see my lid that I have that I leave in the same spot.
So Abby might have stole it.
So Abby might be using it.
Or you'll have to teach her a lesson.
Yeah.
Oysters, clams, and cockles!
I'm thinking she did. I don't know. I'm guessing that.
Did she just stole it?
I'm guessing she's using.
Maybe it's an elaborate prank from Abby.
Wild theories, Bill.
And you have no idea, but right now you're being punked.
Yeah.
Or I'm just gonna be like, hey Hess, looking for this. I'm gonna pull out your cup over here.
That would drive me nuts. That would make me crazy. So.
Well, is there any last things you want to say about House of the Dragon before we wrap up this pod?
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else that needs to pop off.
Is there any? Do you have any theories of like what a cliffhanger will be to leave us to season 2? What will they'll be dangling us with? Do you think there'll be like a death? Do you think it'll be like a battle about to happen? Anything like that?
I think there'll be a death that we won't know, but it won't be too hard to find out because you just Google it.
And then, what do you? Now that we've watched almost every episode, what do you want from season 2 out of this show? Like, is there anything different or anything you'd like them to do differently for season 2?
Well, I mean, I guess my question is how long is this battle going to go on for?
I think it'll be till the series finale. So I think it'll go on from next episode to kind of like Game of Thrones, where like there was it was constant kind of battle for the throne ish, So I think it'll just be like that, but I think it'll be from the finale to the finale of season 4 or whatever it will be down the line, unless there's something like the last season is like the aftermath of their battle, which could be that too, just to give us like the full story and whatnot. Because I'm assuming the book probably says like if the Allison is here when she and the Rhaenyra is here, or I guess we all know Rhaenyra dies, but
well, yeah, because I mean like and maybe maybe you don't know. But are we expected to have like Rhaenyra and Alicent through the end of this?
I would assume so, but I don't know. I don't know the years that like Rhaenyra dies or whatever. I just know that like I think Aemon does it with his dragon or something. But like way down. Like I think her kids now that she just had Noah. I think the kids that she just had now have to be like close to adults or like teenagers or something. So we'll probably, and I don't think we'll have any more time jumps. So I'm assuming if anything happens to them, it'd be like towards the end.
Gotcha.
But I really don't know. For all I know, it could be like next week that they kill them both off and it's a whole new show.
Wow, that would suck.
that would be crazy.
Butter.
Well, one thing I do like that before we wrap this up that I thought about while watching it last night was it is really cool, like seeing like Aemond and Aemon and all of them. Like we saw them as babies, and now you're like he's king and all this shit. So like when they die, it's like, oh, we kind of saw your entire journey. Which that is kind of cool because like Game of Thrones, it just kind of throws you in there as it starts. So so it is kind of fun, like with this season being like introducing to everybody.
So Aegon did not want to be king. We know that.
Apparently, yeah.
So he was all of a sudden won over when she showed him a dagger that he was going to be able to hold.
Yeah, it was because that's the same dagger from Game of Thrones and used before, like, right?
Don't fuck with me.
You fucking with me, mama? And she's like, nah, I love you, you little imbecile.
I'm like, well, all of a sudden because he has this certain dagger, he's cool with it.
Maybe it's like when Austin Powers gets his mojo back. He took that and he's like, oh, my mojo.
Maybe.
You never know. Oh shit, we have less than a minute, so
have a great day, guys. Love you. Peace.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, check out everything else in the description. See you guys next week for the finale.
Peace.